Okay, from time to time, I've actually seen what they refer to as a horror anthology. Essentially, it's three fairly small vignettes kind of thrown together to make an actual movie. You know, Tales from the Hood, the original Tales from the Crypt, not the Bordello of Blood, and Demon Knight, not that, but instead it's like three short stories kind of strung together with a narrator. So it'd be like if you were to watch three Tales from the Crypt combined. Body Bags was really supposed to be an anthology similar to Tales from the Crypt. However, they saw it and it wasn't overall that good. You've got three small stories that are all combined. Ironically, two kind of deal with serial killers, one deals with aliens. So if you ever wanted to see the guy from Revenge of the Nerds as a serial killer, that's essentially what the first one is. You've got an escaped serial killer at a gas station. He kills the attendee and assumes his identity. And then essentially kills all passers-by. That's it. That's like your opening half hour. It's okay. Primarily just because you get to see a guy from Revenge of the Nerds, movie I grew up on, killing people. Different. Really, overall, not that satisfying. But, you know, to see the guy from Revenge of the Nerds on a minor killing spree is satisfying from a nostalgic standpoint. The second one is about a guy who's balding decides to go for a miracle hair transplant. This one has a great sci-fi element because the hair just grows. And grows like weeds. And he's kind of becoming less and less intelligent. So essentially, the hair is a bunch of like small worm or snake-like parasites that are kind of eating his brain. That's fairly, I'll give the point there. That is inventive. That's different. That is different, that's inventive. That's probably the best one out of the whole series. Now, why am I reviewing this movie if I'm really downing it? Two things. One, the dude from Revenge of the Nerds. Two, Luke Skywalker as a serial killer. Mark Hamill stars as a baseball player. He goes blind. And of course, like all horror movies where you get a transplant of anything, in this case an eye, he begins having bizarre nightmares of the previous owner of the eye, who was a serial killer. He then goes through the process of almost trying to kill his wife. Kind of bizarre if you sit back and actually really think about it. I don't know how an eye controls your whole body. So, it's almost worth seeing for those essentially two things. If you're a fan of Revenge of the Nerds, you get to see, is that Louis Skolnick? I think it's Louis Skolnick killing people. If you're a fan of the good Star Wars, yes, the original trilogy, you get to kind of see Mark Hamill try to kill people with a baseball bat. I mean, those two things alone kind of make it worth it. And the story in the center, with, you know, the parasitic aliens that look like hair, not bad. Would this have made a decent TV series? Let's be honest, Tales from the Crypt, those were hit or miss, but what made it work is it was cheesy, you knew it was cheesy, and it was over the top. This kind of has a similar vein to that. It's just when you take three of them together, and two of them are based on serial killers, and the other one's aliens, It's watchable, it's enjoyable, primarily from a nostalgic standpoint. And that actually is Body Bags. Most people probably never heard of this. There's a pretty good reason for it. It was never super successful, and all it was is a combination of three TV shows thrown onto one movie.